Hello. We are on Whisperwoods, maybe doing stuff, so we'll go live. Anyway, I'm trying to get some stuff set up for when I have a chance to ask some questions of a cat. Server is very helpful today. And little selections this location as a treat. There we go. La 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 la. And there's going to be for me. Okay. So that should now send me to that corner. Let's see if it does. Beautiful. We'll just throw everything out of my inventory as usual. Well, it looks like it's kind of dangerous on the server today. I did furrow die. That's a good question. That seems like the sort of problem that Darian will answer. I should make a sign here. Hold on. Let me furrow a sign.
Bell of death. I rung a bell and died for it? What the heck, dude?
Serve or Magistra. That's a good question. Also, where are you?
I just walked here, crouched, and then exploded? What?
Oh. Maybe crouching undoes the flying? No?
Hello, Orchid.
Hello.
Why can I not hear Orchid? Hold on. My settings are messed up.
Let's
I
try
know
that.
why I can't hear you.
Might be my settings.
Because I have new audio equipment and everything is broken now.
What was that, young man?
Oh, now it works. Wonderful. Hi, how are you?
I'm being broken by the mysterious voices in my head.
You see those too? That's
Yeah. It's calling you Burrow? That's weird.
Don't know who that is.
Strange.
What a weird name.
So you're still in town, so I guess you don't need need me to watch your cat just right now.
No.
Okay.
But I did actually meet
You know,
I did
if we don't read it, it's not real.
I did mean to talk to you actually.
Huh.
You know what? How about we move into one of these private rooms?
Cool. This is one I'm working on for a project, so let's use one of the others.
Okay.
At least they assume that normal privacy is fine for this.
Well, it's gonna have to be because
I mean, yeah, I mean, just, well, with one thing and another, I did make a spell for in case we need more privacy, so do let me know if you ever need it to be, like, locked down more than normal library security.
so I just wanna know. I just wanna understand something
Okay.
really quick. So the other day, last night, I should say, more specifically, I I ran into Theo.
You what? He's back?
I wouldn't say that he's back, but I found him, or rather, Salem found Theo and directed me to him.
Found him. Uh, okay.
And well, while I was talking to while I was talking to Theo about where he's been the last couple of days, weeks even, um, he explained a couple things to me that I wasn't it quite didn't it just didn't make much sense.
Hmm.
And I'm hoping that you might be able to clear up the air about it.
Well, I can certainly try.
Theo Theo mentioned he he didn't just like disappear per se. That he like hid in town.
Oh, so he mentioned that then. Okay.
I just want to understand why when I went to go ask you about where Theo was,
Yeah, I went to check there to see if he was there and he wasn't there, which is why I came back to you and said, yeah, he
that's
looks like he's
not
completely
what
gone.
I'm talking about.
Ah, okay.
I'm talking about when I went to your house and you said you didn't know where he was.
Because I hadn't had a chance to talk with him about his feelings of safety.
So you purposefully lied to me about him not being there or not knowing about his whereabouts?
It wasn't my place to tell you at that time. Correct. If I had had a chance to talk with him more, I was hoping that I could, maybe get the two of you together so we could talk calmly and he wouldn't be. He was terrified of you, Darian. Like, like, just as terrified as I've seen you after I'm pretty sure you've been, spoken to.
Well, terrified or not, he's supposed to be my friend.
Yes, and that's something that I was hoping to be able to calmly resolve between the two of you. But then, before we had a chance to do anything like that, there was, well, your house was attacked by the void, and Theo left town, and it just there's there is endless time in this place and never time to actually have the conversations we need to have around here.
I just
I was hoping that if you had a place where he could feel safe, that he could calm down and then we could, you know, talk with him about how he was starting to remember you as someone who had attacked him in the past. In fact, I think he was hinting at you being the one who caused him to lose his eye.
I did.
And so he was processing that and he needed a space where he felt safe. And so I provided that so that he could, come to talking with you and coming to maybe, I guess, be your friend again, um, from a better place. But, heaven forfend, we should be able to just have normal, calm conversations around here. It's like everything's going well, and then
I just
it wasn't. He wasn't there to you at that time. The intent was
okay.
not to, deceive you forever and keep you from your friend. The intent was to make it so that your friend was able to interact with you in a better way. And I'm sorry if that offends you or hurts your feelings.
It's more like I'm not cool with others deciding what's good for me or what's good for someone else. I don't
Theo
I
can't
don't really
decide what's good for
care
himself?
how long were you harboring him for.
I let him know it was available. I honestly never saw him in my house. I just knew that that was a place that he could go to hide if he intended to hide rather than leave town. I hadn't really noticed any food missing or anything, even though I made it clear that he could take anything he wanted from the kitchen.
Hmm. I'm trying to piece together like a timeline here because he was gone for so long, and I just don't want to be taken for a fool that all the time we spent trying to look for him wasn't for naught just because you were trying to play protector for him or something.
So, from my timeline, you discovered he was missing, came and let me know he was missing. I went to check my house and I came right back to my office and let you know that I couldn't detect him. Did I miss something? Like, were you looking for him before you came and told me he was missing?
Never mind.
But like I said, after letting him, after that day when I said he wasn't around, actually, I never. Well, it doesn't matter. That's nitpicking. A lie of omission versus commission. Um, I didn't actually see him after that. After I let him know the space was available. So for all I know, I mean, he probably didn't vanish right from my house because he did talk to Cloud for a bit. But I mean, for all I know, after I let him know the space was there and safe, I was wildly wrong about it being safe. Or something spooked him and he ran, or he went back to his house to get something and was stolen from there. And then, hey, I don't know. I don't know what happened with him. I know only slightly more than you do, and everything that I knew, you know now.
Mm. Well, I hope that my anger about everything is just my naivety or something. I don't know. I didn't like that he just stormed away the last time I saw him, and then I spent all this time trying to find him, only to learn that he had been amongst company that I thought I knew, but
He said something about a storm during a sleepover.
yes, it stormed that day.
No,
It
but
was
something about. Wish I could remember. He went out in the storm.
what are you hoping I fill in the dots? I don't know.
No, sorry.
All I know is that he got lost and that he said he signed some book in the forest and that he was sorry and then he ran away.
Oh, yes, the book in the forest, I think, is what told him about your attack. And I need to adjust a couple of things here. I'm sorry. Yes, I can try. Let me think. If it's this button, maybe.
He
Okay.
right on God, bro. He right.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I'm so glad I'm in F1. I can't see the freaking junk y'all type in the chat. Perma.
I was. I literally was just
That's why
asking, like,
F1 perma.
what, what was it? What was it again? Uh,
I could tell you everything that happened. It's
I'm
very
so
embarrassing if I
sorry.
can.
Yeah, I've slept so many days since then.
Wait, what is it that you're missing? I'll DM it to you.
I just can't remember what you had said during the, nope. People. Okay, let's see here.
I need to write a Google docu about my lawyer.
Does this work? Not in F1, it doesn't. Nice try.
Does he sound better now? Right. Well, I'm doing so great here. Why did you hate me?
So, wonderful weather we're having, huh?
You know what? I'm just gonna stick with this. It's fine. It'll be fine.
You heard me.
Are you scared?
Wonderful weather we're having, right?
It's so
You're
great.
looking at me.
I'm looking at the chat. I'm not looking at you.
Oh, hi chat. Oh,
Who do
wait,
you think
wait,
you
wait,
are? The
wait.
main character, John?
Hi guys.
Get out of here!
So, I love is when volume is okay. Oh,
This guy. What the heck? It's that dang cop that hasn't read my police report yet!
Nova!
It's more like her boss is always busy. He's in like Boca Raton right now.
In Watchers. Hey Nova, have you had a chance to check Watcher's office for his reports?
That's not where you're supposed to. Actually, I guess I.
Oh, I'm doing.
It's been ridden with crime, bro.
My office is in that room. Don't put stuff in Watcher's office.
But
I didn't
it's a
give it
report
the
to Watcher.
I gave it to the Magister.
I thought it was supposed to be in the Watcher's office. Sorry.
Anyways,
You totally said
I
that.
don't know what that was about.
Officer just goes in there. Wait, Theo's missing?
Wait a second. Theo's missing. Someone's been doing crime. Huh?
Hold on.
Nobody
Oh,
told
no.
me anything. I'm arresting everyone in Galerin right now.
Everyone's innocent until proven guilty.
Everyone's guilty and still innocent proving. I honestly, I don't take notes well enough for this.
It's funny that you think I take notes.
No, but I mean, like, I'm realizing that I need to run. It's like everybody in this has to be their own like DM for a campaign.
Oh yeah. Why do you think I have the Darien journal in his room? That's
Yeah.
for lore and to have me remember stuff. Which reminds me, I gotta update that. Oops. Oh.
Hang on, I will get these settings correct. I will. I believe in myself. I believe in myself.
There we go.
Some weird magic, bro.
I can do a lot of really cool magic and weird magic.
Exactly. We're gonna get all of these things.
I like
Cook
the spell
chicken.
that you do where like it kind of does like 0 damage, but then it like strikes them with lightning. That's a really good one.
Okay, how do I
Oh.
change my speakers for Minecraft itself?
That's a spell thread. Change the Minecraft speakers?
There we go. Okay, theoretically, I can now adjust you to be louder, and Minecraft to be
yes.
quieter, and it's all good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there should only be one of you now.
Yes.
There's only one of him now, right? Right?
Oh, I'm
People in
eating some
chat who are
chicken.
complaining about it, please, there's only one of him. Okay.
All right. Action.
Oh, and no, it's not a public SMP. Sorry, it's a very heavy lower base RP roleplay server thing. What are we actually trying to figure out? I mean, it seems
Darian's
like you're...
mad at you because he. Oh, wait, no, never mind. You're in lore.
Oh, we're talking ourselves in
Darian's
third
mad at you. He hates you because he thinks that you were deceiving him because he kind of is pissed at Theo for disappearing.
Mm-hmm. And
But he's
as
just being a little boy, a little upset man.
yeah, and I've told him before that I'm safe to be angry at. Because while I can explode him out of existence, he's never going to be worth exploding out of existence. No offense.
Huh? That's crazy.
Does Magister even know your house got taken over by Void? I honestly don't think I actually know that in lore, although it's been long enough that maybe I figured it out.
Oh, So that kind of got like mini retcon. It didn't get
Okay.
taken over by the void. There was just like gunk left over. That wasn't like true void infection or anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah, those like spit pools are gone now.
Ugh.
That was too OP, so they got rid of that.
Yeah, those was very broken.
I didn't want to be homeless this early into Whisper Woods. Theo, on the other hand,
You, on the other hand,
might be homeless in about a month.
well, you know, you forget your you forget your you get to pay rent, and they get like that.
Oh no, I mean arson. I'm burning his house down.
You're like, nope, we're just done. We're just done with that.
I'm going to Fate's voice his house into a pile of ash.
Sounds fun.
Faye, explode this guy's head for trying to burn my house down. Pretty please.
He doesn't understand. I guess we're speaking English. Or are we speaking some sort of like Galarian common?
I'm speaking with my eyeballs right now. Fate knows what I'm talking about. Which of my
Darian.
no.
Thanks, Faye. You're a real one, G.
I'm getting the XP. Thanks. We're doing so well today.
This is really good lore, guys. We're locked in.
Hang on. Try teleporting to me when I'm not standing on the table. Sitting down.
He just faced for the ground.
Oh my god. What the now I'm under the table.
You teleported in halfway and then just blinked.
Oh well.
We should maybe put a floor.
Fate's next trick, not being able to sit down ever.
Oh my gosh.
Don't give Fate ideas.
Thanks for killing Darian there, Fate. You're a real one. On God.
Live Darian reaction to Fate killing him.
I mean, this is why I made a like nobody in the area can hear spell, just in case we ever needed to have an actual
Oh,
without the peanut gallery. No, I'm kidding. It wouldn't be for that. It would be for lower reasons. Oh, I see the problem. Yeah, those are cursed chairs. Yep. Stop breaking the furniture while sulking, Darian. They work hard to make the library nice.
There we go. Now the chairs aren't broken anymore.
Good work.
So, you were recounting on Theo's bender in the woods?
Yeah, I mean, apparently he got to the best of my recollection, he got a message that told him you were the. It's not like he would know if it's telling the exact truth, and that's the one who keeps writing these messages is not interested in everybody getting along and having they want to cause trouble. They want to cause chaos. So it was probably phrased as inciting as possible. And he also mentioned to me that he said that he had had indications that you knew, but then you didn't tell him. Hey, Dark Inferno! Whisper Woods Wednesday! That's the impression I got from what he told me. And that's part of why he was so scared. Can you hear Furrow, by the way? Ah. Well, I mean, we all have voices in our head from time to time.
That the voice was the one telling him all of this stuff, not that it was written in some book.
Okay, that was my mistake. So I wonder. I mean, the only voice I know that talks, um,
The dream told him not a voice. That is cap. His conscience was his voice, my guy. Mistranslation? No, I watched that stream. I know what happened. We're talking about the instance, the first instance, not his nightmare. Get your timeline straight, Josh. Golly, I'm gonna have to take him to freaking lore college.
seriously, can we have that as a class?
No!
All right.
I'm not doing lore lessons with Josh or anybody else.
We need so we need for Whisperwood Wednesdays. Like, this is why it needs to be just Whisperwood. Is we just need like a summary. Meanwhile,
The most you'll get out of me is at the top of every one of my live streams, I always do a
recap.
last time recap, like it's a Pokemon episode. But that sometimes it's a 9-hour recap, and it's kind of hard. I'm not gonna spend 10 minutes recapping, maybe 2 to 3. Oh man.
I have a water bucket, and I don't know why I have a water bucket, and that has now completely confused me.
I have 2 obituaries. What else is new?
I have the water bucket to hydrate.
But look, all I really want to get at here right now is that Theo is back in town. I don't think he's going to be in his house anytime soon. Because we did go and view it. And it's, well, obviously we know what it's like. It's kind of in ruin at the moment. But I don't know. Now I just feel wrong for being upset with you before.
You were worried about your friend, and you were worried about whether you were going to have a friend. It makes sense.
No, that's not at all what it was. I was upset because I thought I could trust you to tell me stuff. A lot of the Great Witches are very ominous and mysterious for no reason, but I feel like you, at least, are willing to tell it as it is. But for a moment, I guess that wasn't the truth. Regardless of your intention, it doesn't change what happened.
So it's not out of protecting you as such. It's out of what I've got. Not all of my knowledge is mine. And I mean, that's just it. Not all of my knowledge is my knowledge. And so one of the reasons I seem so open is that all the conversations that we've had have been about things that are knowledge that you can have because they involve you and those close to you. Do you know where Theo is? You said he's not going to come to his house.
I have no idea where he is now. All I know is that he made a deal with Salem earlier in the day.
He talked. Wait, he said the note was from the cat. Yes, I did just check my. I have been keeping notes, and I found them. And it did say that. Considering what we know about Salem, that's not good.
I told him that the Soul Witch informed me that Salem is not good news and that he shouldn't be making any deals with her. But it seems like that is not going to be happening. I think he's already made one. Well, I know he's already made one,
Does
but
he
I don't know
trust
how.
her because she told him about, well, hello pronouns? Does Theo trust Salem because Salem told him um about you keeping things from him, do you suppose?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if that Salem was the one that told him.
Well, my notes say that he got a message from Salem. That's
The only thing I know is that he got a message from some person named, it was some initials, but they're
DB.
supposed to, yeah,
Awesome.
I think it's the Bone Dweller or something.
Perhaps. There wouldn't be any use in investigating the house there, because they'll have protections up. But it's still kind of tempting to go down to that side of town and see if there's any clues. Where did you meet up with Theo? If it wasn't at, was it at your house or?
It was on the palace grounds.
Okay. Huh. Well, I mean, this is certainly a safe place to meet.
I don't know if I would say that's entirely true, but
Well, of all the places in town, it has the most protections on it. I mean,
suppose.
as long as you aren't gravity challenged. Sorry, that was. So, the void has already gotten to your house. Taking away that small bit of it didn't help. Some sort of monster keeps coming from the void and dragging things to it. We have a powerful witch disguising themselves as a cat and trying to manipulate one young witch, and I feel like she must have given up on you a bit, that she's turned to Theo. So that's delightful.
What do you mean given up on me?
Given up on manipulating you to do whatever her plot was.
She's never tried to manipulate me to do anything.
Yet.
Sure, she might say that, oh, Darian, why didn't you listen to me? But
I
I
mean,
don't know if I would call that manipulation. She's just very opinionated, even if her opinions are wrong and stupid.
for example, her opinion that she should have more fish. Actually, that might be the one thing that she's not completely wrong about. So her mode of operating, one of the reasons that the slum is the way it is because she uses people's magical energy. And she did that in part by making them feel like they could be better than other people if they went along with what she said. And
Who are
she
you
would,
talking about?
oh, the people in the slums, well, some of them, the bone dweller, who I think is Salem. She would say things that seemed innocuous, like witches are powerful and great. And actually, I don't know how to make that sound innocuous. Sorry. Um, and she'd, I guess, throw out hints at them that they were better than someone else. And bit by bit, they liked hearing her talk so much that they relaxed around her and that's part of how she was able to drain their energies to power her magic. So I don't know if Salem had gotten to the drain, attempting to drain your magics part of things, but if she is the Bone Dweller, I would expected her to have some subtle manipulations, kind of giving ideas again and again until you hear them so many times they seem right. That you don't
I'm
have to care
sorry.
about people.
You're making like some crazy accusations right now. I hope you
I mean, if
know.
you weren't experiencing that, then that's fine. Just that's what she's done in the past, is all. If I mean, we're kind of assuming that she's the Bone Dweller because the cat has some association with these books and initials, and is a witch disguised as a cat. But I mean, it could be nothing. You notice I haven't like killed the cat or gone after it, but you'll notice also the Soul Witch was, and actually both the Soul Witch and Cloud were very, do not let that cat around me. And they read auras better than I do.
Mm. I just think there's not enough evidence to assume that Salem would or could be the Bone Dweller.
Okay.
Just because she's passing notes around doesn't mean anything.
So when you hadn't talked to Theo about how you were the one who attacked him, what was your actual motivation on that?
What?
Well, I mean, I assume part of your motivation was you didn't want to hurt your friend and you wanted to be able to talk to him about it in a way that would, not scare him in the middle of a thunderstorm. But Salem didn't give you the chance to reveal that information in your own time in a calm and controlled manner. Oh, sorry, whoever passed that message to Theo didn't give that opportunity. So, like I said, I don't know if Salem is the one doing things, but there's definitely somebody manipulating people out here. But we can use DB instead of Salem if that makes you feel better.
I mean, personally, I don't really care.
Okay. I don't suppose it would do much good, but would you mind showing me where you met Theo on the palace grounds?
If I must. It wasn't anywhere too crazy.
Hmm. Not hidden away in the attics or anything like that, eh?
No. You see that gazebo out that way?
Yeah.
That's where I found him.
Huh.
Salem sent me that way to find him.
Which way?
Over there at the gazebo.
Oh, Salem sent you to the gazebo. I see.
She
Why
said
did
she was doing
Salem?
him a favor.
So Salem knew he'd be there.
I asked her why she was all of a sudden playing this little messenger, and she said that it was a favor for Theo, which
Hmm.
is why I assume that they made some kind of deal. I don't know if they did anything more than that, but the fact that he felt comfortable enough to ask her to do something for him is what had me concerned in the first place.
Yep, that's very worrying. I mean, there's a chance, not a good chance, but there's a chance that it was just in exchange for fish. But if it was exchange for fish, Salem would have been right there behind you going, tell him to give me the fish, Darian. Tell him to give me the fish, Darian. Or whatever. I don't know how the cat sounds.
I don't really even think Salem eats the fish.
Yeah, could be. Hmm.
What the?
Wow, it's like somebody vaporized here.
Hardly. That tea was still warm. It's like somebody was just here.
Hmm. But what were they doing with so many arrows?
Well, could have been Theo.
Yeah, you said he was fairly good at archery.
I didn't say he was good. I said he had a knack for it.
Oh. Well, there's nobody in the immediate area except us.
You know how I mentioned that I'm going to be heading out of town?
Yes.
Theo was incredibly curious about why I was leaving.
Oh. And what did
And,
you tell him?
well, it's my personal privacy. I don't have to necessarily disclose
True.
everything to him, despite him being my friend. I told him exactly what I told you, that it is an educational trip and that I'm leaving to go study, and it's nothing more than that.
Was he more curious about what you were doing or how long you'd be gone?
He was more curious about what I was doing.
Okay, so he's not trying to figure out how to like break into your house to I don't know what he would be doing, but like he isn't trying to see if he has time with you away to do something. He's curious what you're going to go do. Hmm.
I just didn't like how curious he was, because Salem was just as curious.
Well, it's in character for Salem, at least.
Yeah, but Theo shows up out of the blue, and now all of a sudden he's so curious about what I'm up to.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm trying to get at?
And you were able to talk to him because of Salem as well, who was also really curious about what you were doing. There's no way Salem found Theo and brought him back just to try to get more information about what your trip's on about.
It's more like, if I had to guess, this is probably the deal Salem made with him.
Mm. If you can find out, I'll let you. I'll. I see that doesn't add up.
I mean, it could be really simple. I'll bring Darian to you, but you need to figure out what he's up to.
Could be. I mean, this feels more convoluted than just taking you to where Theo was before. Because he must have been somewhere when he wasn't at his, wasn't in town.
The little things are not that important. The fact that he
Yeah.
was gone and then he magically comes back, it's what's important.
Mm.
And it's what he does when he comes back that's important.
which is basically immediately come and question you about a trip he shouldn't have really known about. Because I guess you maybe mentioned in passing. I don't know, it doesn't matter, but like, did you get the impression you knew about the trip before you mentioned it? In your
No. He
okay.
asked me what I was up to, and I said that I was going to be leaving town. And
And
then
he
when he
asked,
heard that, he started pushing and pressing me for more information about it.
hmm,
I just don't like the coincidence of it all.
yeah, it doesn't bode well. I kind of want to ask Nova if they found out anything else about if she and the Watcher have found out anything else about the void.
I want to know if they've done any reporting on the murder that happened at my house.
There's that too. And it sounds like there might be another trial at some point, maybe?
Trial. Sounds like it's going to be the same murder trial. At least that's what Salem told me.
Oh?
Apparently Salem was there and saw it happen.
Oh. Wait. I don't know if I'm talking about the same murder.
What do you mean? You were there for that. We wrote the report together.
Okay. Or
Shrubman, my butler.
thank you. It's the I know, but do I know problem.
Yes, because you were the one that dropped the report off in the Watcher's office.
I didn't read it.
Oh, I told you about it, and then you were like, I can give you a book to write it down in.
I'm sorry. Yes. Yes, has any investigation been done about the murder of your beloved butler? Welcome to my streams. I'm so great at lore and remember everything. Also, hi, Nyan Cat.
Nothing good ever comes out of that cat. Or witch, I should say. And I'm kind of over it now.
By the way, can you use arrows?
What?
Okay, no, don't worry about it. You suppose Nova's still in the library?
I hope so, because I'm kind of sick and tired of nothing happening.
Hey, John Riverside, how are you? How are you?
What am I doing?
Oh, yeah. Good question. What? Magic? Who would use that?
I don't like to use it willy-nilly, but I should be using it more.
I've been hanging out with so many people who can't fly that I've, like, gotten in the habit of walking everywhere. Well, pretending to, anyway. It's kind of weird. Knock, knock. Are you available? I asked if Nova was available.
Hello? There we go.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were snoozing over there.
No, my microphone wasn't working.
Hello.
That's okay.
Oh, are we
Can
not supposed
I help you?
I honestly don't know if this is supposed to be like a door we're not supposed to go through. Sorry.
No, you're fine to come through it.
So, you were investigating about the void, and then Darian's butler was murdered, and we were wondering whether any progress had been made.
What?
So that's a
Right.
resounding no.
Nova hasn't read the reports because I put the reports in the Watcher's office because oh dear.
Can you do me a
The
favor and
Watcher's
go?
office is
Yeah.
not my office.
Yeah.
Can you fetch that, please?
Well, I was trying to report it to the Watcher. I swear it was a good idea at the time.
The Watcher has not been in town for.
Doo-doo-doo-doo. I should just teleport to my office. Also, I don't know what I'm going to do with these arrows. Hello, random. Covered. Here, you can hold these arrows. Enjoy. La 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 la. That was called cluttered, and it is cluttered. Is the Watcher? Oh, yes, the Watcher is upstairs. Excuse you. I'm just going to fly into every doorway because I am so good at navigation. And also, now that I'm away from people, we'll take a chance to do crunchy munching. Hey guys, don't mind me. I'm just going to leave some crumbs in your boss's office. Okay. And I thought there were 2 reports. Guess not. And as always, a quick check to see if I dropped anything.
Etc.
Well, I wrote it all down in my own personal report.
Sorry, let me try that again.
Thank you.
But I hate to inform you that the only witness to the action probably wouldn't be very excited to talk to anyone about it.
Well, if that's the case, we can have them come in and we can detain them until they talk.
That's funny.
There are truth spells that we can cast. The Magistra would know that well.
I'd be glad to do it for you, but I think we're maybe slightly complicated because I think we're talking about this cat.
What?
It's not my cat.
The cat that the Soul Witch explicitly told you to get rid of.
I haven't... Look, I'm not keeping the cat. If it chooses to follow me, is a different story.
I
That
considered it
cat,
to be a matter
as
of...
you already know, is a witch.
I'm very aware.
It is a danger to you, the people you're around, and potentially the entire city if the Soul Witch was so keen on killing it.
I had advised him not to shake the grass and scare the snakes, as they say.
How do you know that the cat didn't kill your butler?
It's the way that they talked about how it happened, and that they mentioned who was there as opposed to, like, I don't know. In the moment, it made sense. It made sense in the moment because like, the cat didn't even know the butler. He never, or she never had the chance to meet them, so it just wouldn't make sense. They have no motive, no reason.
Well, from the sounds of it, this cat has you wrapped around her finger, and it would likely be very easy to manipulate you.
No, I just...
Everybody wants to tell Darian that Salem's manipulative. It's so
Look, I
good.
promise I'm not making anything up. It's all in the report. I wrote everything.
I haven't read the
Right.
report, so...
I have reason to believe that Hunter broke into my house again and in cold blood killed my butler for no reason. And I know that it has to be Hunter because I found a shrieker in my house.
Why do you associate a hunter with a shrieker?
I. There's something about Hunter that's not okay.
You mean besides the vampirism?
The vampirism is little to play into that. That would just be rude. I just think it's way too convenient that Hunter skips town and then comes back acting like everything is all hunky-dory and then decides to come into my house and kill someone. Again!
What do you mean again?
I just mean the whole breaking and entering thing. The thing that they should have been charged for the first time it happened.
Wasn't it you that murdered whoever it was? I forget the name.
Steven?
Right, yeah.
I'm referring to the breaking and entering charge. I'm not talking about the
I do
fact
not
that
know if this
Hunter
is a second copy of the same book, and I don't know why I would have two copies
brought
if it is. Sorry.
some ravaging wildebeest into my
it's not.
home that was already agitated and trying to kill Hunter.
Oh, yeah, okay. Sorry.
Right. Well, I had a run-in with Hunter the other day. Another police report was written about him. This does not leave this room, but he is suspected of stealing some wings from a certain shop.
So even
so
more
this
of a
is-
reason for the things that have already been like put in place. What else does he need to do before somebody does something about him?
I will be honest, I have already had my suspicions about him. I don't know. Something is definitely off with him, but I know I should not read a book by its cover.
Look,
And yet, sometimes the cover is the most telling about a person.
I'm just trying not to overstep and get myself in trouble.
You've already gotten yourself in a lot of trouble, but
Do you need
as
help
long as you make the right choices,
Are you going to be able to bring Hunter in yourself, or are you going to need assistance?
I can try myself,
Okay.
but I'm unsure.
I mean, as you recall, I can just teleport him to where you need him to be. Although I prefer to use magic with permission against people, so I would want it to be
If
an
there
official
are
act.
even more criminal charges against him, I believe this is a just cause.
Yes. Was your butler related to the librarian?
No,
Okay. I couldn't remember if they were family or not.
not all mandrakes are related.
Some are. That's why I was asking and not assuming.
Hmm.
I just
He'd
was
been in my
thinking that.
family for.
Right, yes?
Go on.
Oh, no, it's just that we might not. It might be painful to Libra if we interrogate. If he was a. If your butler was a relative, then we might want to be, consider not having Libra Leaf around while interrogating his murderer. If she had been a relative, that was my only thought. But
No, I think they have no relation.
you were saying about that he had been in your family.
Yes, I would know if he had any kind of extended family like that, but he doesn't. I've pretty much known him my whole life.
You pretty much were his family your whole life then.
To some degree.
It wasn't. You didn't have someone else. I'm very sorry for your loss, by the way. I don't know if I've said that.
It's fine.
I hope his memory one day comes to be a blessing for you.
We'll see.
When did this murder take place? Or at least, when did you discover the body?
I want to say maybe a week, 2 weeks ago.
That is a long time. Okay.
I don't know exactly when the action happened, but I stumbled upon the body out front.
I
So it
don't
was.
suppose the body is still there?
It's been buried in the back.
Great. Okay, well, I'm going to need you to dig it up so I can do a proper investigation.
If it
Or
needs to
I
be
can do it
done.
myself.
No,
If-
that's fine. If it needs to be
Alright.
done, then that's fine.
Did you clean up the spot where the body was as well?
I mean, I didn't want blood just lingering out my front door.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
It happened at your front door, you say?
Yeah. And the body was positioned in a way like they wanted me to see it.
Well, if you
This
want
was
somebody to find
definitely not
something,
an accident.
you want somebody to see something, putting it right in front of their door is a great way to make sure they can.
Inside or outside?
Outside. I don't know if I mentioned it, but the wound sustained looked like it came from like a weapon, almost like a slashing type motion. Not a stab, not magic. Although he was singed a little bit, like he had been burned.
Hmm.
Good to know. Though I will see that for myself. Alright, well, I'm not sure if you want to do this today or some other day, but whenever you do, let me know.
Yeah. I don't know if my corpse is around to play a corpse.
No main plot lore, he said.
I didn't plan to do main plot lore. I was gonna go do B plot stuff.
Yes, very B plot.
Don't you
Loving
mention
this
that
B-plot.
guy's name. Barry B plot is not here right now. Leave a message after the B.
B.
Oh my god. I mean,
Maybe I'm praying on you.
the corpse is in my chat right now, wishing for Mandrake justice.
Yeah, I saw that, but that message was sent like 4 minutes ago. I don't know if he's still there. He hasn't
No.
said anything.
I mean,
He is buried in my backyard, though.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's like a dog. You know, like when you bury your pet.
we can
No!
we can
I
investigate.
gave him a nice burial spot.
The corpse is painting walls. Oh, no.
Oh, dang it.
We can investigate that. But that one's alive.
No!
Oh,
That's like a
he shrank
child.
too. He had a child.
No!
No, wait, he's been buried so long he dried up.
No! Also, like a dog, drowsy. It's not like that. I meant it like, you know how like you
just
pet your
said he
pet?
buried you in your
In the
backyard with a
backyard.
pet.
I gave him a nice burial spot.
Yeah.
It was like
Likely
symbolic
story.
and everything. What, you don't believe me? I'll show you where I buried him. Goodness gracious. I'll show you. He was buried in a proper place.
Oh, you mean
Give
like
him a dog burial.
in a named cemetery after a proper investigation and autopsy?
His corpse remains. You could do a full autopsy on him if you want.
Gladly.
gosh.
Wait, are we actually going here in lore? Oh.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so there aren't any command blocks here this time, right? Right?
No, come on. That was a one-time thing.
It was one time for you. It was 8 restarts for me.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, they're really
Look,
great.
I promise I don't
They're,
try to seppuku the server every time I get online.
Only every other time.
It's only once a month at most.
Do you have a permit for this?
Do I need a permit?
Doesn't it look like you could turn things into stone?
It's a wildebeest.
It's a cockatrice.
It's a wildebeest.
It's not a wildebeest.
Yes, it is. This is
It hatched out of
this is like definition of wildebeest.
All right, if you wanna make this complicated, I hatched it out of an egg by accident, and it thinks I'm its dad. I wasn't going to send it off into the wild because it doesn't fend for itself. So no,
You
I
know,
don't have a license.
I'll let this slide.
I feel
I
like
just better
we...
not find any statues outside your house.
Well, that's why I keep it inside, where it can't stare at anything. At least it's on a carpet. Like it's living a nice life.
I feel like our laws are incomplete.
They're fine.
Look, he's right here. We have an apple tree back home, and he spent a lot of time tending to it, and I figured he would enjoy being next to the one I planted here.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think of my butler like a... What do you not understand?
So which apple tree did you bury your grandparents under?
Think! Get it through your thick skull!
I don't know if silence is possible. Yes.
Oh, man.
Oh, I guess we're doing this now. Okay.
Wouldn't it be great
there he
if,
is.
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing, I'm crying! I just wasn't ready to see his body again!
You think you could grow a tree out of him?
Well, he was of the Oakling Sapilus family.
What?
Probably does have oak tree in him.
and planting him right next to the apple tree was... Sorry. Burying him right next to the apple tree was a bad idea.
Oh, it'll be fine.
Disrespectful, he says.
Really didn't mean... That was an accident, I swear.
We're not grave robbing, we're looking at the core!
I'm grave robbing. Give me that.
Oh my...
I'm gonna do a full autopsy on this.
I didn't realize what you guys are looking at, and I just broke myself.
Anything to get the justice that he deserves.
It looks just like
Because
him.
quite frankly,
He looks so nice.
It is him.
It's like he could wake up any moment.
he's not going to wake up because he has a huge axe slash through his face.
He looks so peaceful, except for the hack slash through his face.
Look,
Alright.
I don't know if you know where Hunter lives, but I found his house.
Oh, I know. I have patrolled past his house many a time. He thinks he's well hidden, but he's really not.
I just don't want to get into another altercation with him and have to feel the need to protect and defend myself any more than I do now.
I'm sorry to tell you this, but it's a bit too late for that. If this was him, it's clear that he does not want to let his grudge against you go.
Yeah. That, I mean, I don't know much about bodies, but that definitely took quite a bit of power.
So what am I supposed to do?
Don't get yourself into any more trouble.
What if trouble comes finding me first?
Well, try to lay low, I guess.
Lay low? Are you serious?
I don't know what to tell you. If trouble finds you, then try to hide from it.
I can't just hide from my problems. Especially when they're after me, obviously trying to kill me.
Hmm. I'm unsure if I'm able to offer this, but I guess you could maybe stay in the palace or the library.
I'm not looking to be harbored or protected. I just want to know that this, this, if Hunter ever decides that they think they can lay their grubby little hands on me, that if they show up with a black eye, I'm not going to get written up for it.
Tyrion,
What?
you have teleportation magic. If Nova agrees, if Hunter were to attack Tyrion, couldn't he teleport Hunter to your office and
I
be
mean,
within the bounds of law?
that is a possibility, yes, but I would have to see the crime, or there would have to be
Well,
evidence.
my point is more that Hunter's already wanted for various crimes. Could Darian, without harming Hunter, just send Hunter to your office if Hunter approaches him, without there being a need for yet another crime?
I mean, I would like to question him, so if he magically shows up in my office, I won't say no.
And that might be easier than waiting until Hunter attacks you and deciding whether it's going to be justified to fight back.
Of
And,
course, it would be justified to fight back. If you are attacked, it is
well,
within your right to,
yes, but assuming
defend yourself.
with somebody capable of that may not give him a chance to defend himself. And then that way you wouldn't have to worry. You found a criminal, you've delivered a criminal to justice. So it might be worth getting something like that ready to go just in case.
I would need to know where to teleport him to.
We can find a place.
I mean, I know it's intended just for artifacts and things, but I've saved a teleport location for your interior office. So it'd be more convenient for you to be able to come in and unlock the door at your convenience.
I actually was going to suggest perhaps the cells in there.
Yeah, I kind of just in the middle of the hallway since I don't know which cell is going to be occupied. If I did need to send something or someone over there. I thought that, that would be relatively secure enough that it could be dealt with in a more calm fashion after any emergency.
Well, I suppose with permission, I guess I could set something up like that.
I had wanted to check in with
Honestly,
you about
I
it, so.
see it as a win-win. You get him off your back, and I get to have him delivered right to me.
So be it. I guess I'll work on that then.
Alright.
I'll leave a note saying which one of the cells is the designated teleportation one.
Sure.
Speaking of which, are you able to unlock your that cell area from the inside?
Good question. I haven't checked yet.
You
Okay.
absolutely can't.
Okay. Well, in that case, I won't offer to send you back to your office. Well, actually, I can send you back to the library if that would help.
Sure.
Or I guess we're right by the palace. Never mind. That's silly.
Yeah, I can just fly back on my police
Yeah.
broom.
It's the official police broom.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
the new
It
model.
has
It
a siren
glows.
attached to the like front of it and everything.
Your broom's a lot nicer than mine.
Nazi.
Mine has like one less bristle on the end. It's
Mm.
ridiculous. I didn't think they made models like this anymore.
You know, I keep finding brooms like on the tops of trees along the river. We maybe need to talk with the witches
That's.
about being doing less littering.
I mean,
They could be
are there such
wild
thing?
brooms.
Yeah, wild brooms.
Brooms are alive, I hope you're aware.
Mm.
Mm.
Well,
That would explain how they get around so much.
if you need anything else, you know where to find me. And if I'm not there, don't leave a note in the watcher's room. I'll.
I thought I was
Set
reporting
up
to
a
the
better
Watcher. I'm
place.
sorry.
No, you're.
I hadn't realized he was so very much out of town, and I honestly thought that you guys had a system for.
I mean, usually he does give me anything that's delivered to his office to me, but since he's been out of town, I haven't checked his office because that's not really.
Well, I had just assumed that he would have. Yeah. Sorry, I thought it would get to the appropriate authorities by putting it in his office. I'll make sure to
No.
follow up with you as well if I have something to report. Although at the time you were also away, so
I've
guess we'll
been
just make
busy
up.
investigating. Yeah.
Yeah, the void situation.
Mm-hmm.
That is
All right. Well.
high priority.
Back to work, I guess. I'll let you know what I find regarding
I'm so distracted by how sparkly the armor is.
Thank you.
Yeah. Have a good day.
Looks like. You ever wonder why we only have one sun and 3 moons?
It would be a bit concerning if we had more than one sun.
I
think
know.
if we had
It is
3
true.
suns, the planet would scorch and explode.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
well.
already quite bright.
And probably get ripped apart into rings and stuff.
I don't want to
Something like
think
that.
about the imminent, like, destruction of our world. That's...
I mean, that's like probably a long time away. We'll be long dead by then.
Yes, it'll be a long time before we have to
what a
worry about anything like
wonderful
that.
thing to say.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, have a...
It's not like there's a possibility of imminent war anytime. It's all good. It's all good. Let them have their peace.
Great, now I'm working with the police.
Well, using the police to take care of an opponent?
Calling Hunter an opponent is much too nice.
I mean, how is the void situation in your house? And you said a shrieker was placed as well?
I've managed to get rid of any and all remnants of the void, as well as that shrieker. Honestly, it was a little bit of a task, but when
Okay.
I took some magic to it, it was more resistant than I expected it to be. I guess it didn't really have it didn't really have a chance to saturate the blocks in the way I thought it did.
Okay.
The shrieker, however, looked like it was very intentionally placed, so
Was it an
that took a little...
I mean, I don't remember sensing any wardens coming in this area, so I assume it was a deactivated one.
Well, I think shriekers that are placed down, at least from what I've read, don't have the ability to spawn in a warden.
Yeah, well, I guess rather than deactivated, it wasn't activated. Because, it is possible. Yeah, he hasn't really. His gate is still very overgrown.
His doors are wide open.
Yeah.
I, I don't know what to do. I feel like I'm so wrapped up in so many things all at the same time. Sometimes I wish I could just do bad things and make this so much easier for myself.
What bad things do you think would help? Oh, that doesn't do you any good if
Well,
the person you want to kill isn't right there.
I just I've spent so much time with what feels like my tail between my legs, and I don't want to be like that anymore. It's
Hmm.
like when I came to you talking about how I want to find Hunter's house, and I did.
And then
And
immediately
then,
Hunter came to your house and killed someone close to you. You didn't
which is
kill anyone at
only
Hunter's
going to
house,
take
right?
more.
It doesn't matter.
No,
Not that it matters.
exactly. It shouldn't matter.
I mean,
And
it's
then
not
there's,
like you're in a. Actually, it is almost like you're like in a feud with him, but
I just, sometimes I wonder what would have happened if I had actually listened to Salem.
you mean when she said to kill Hunter the first time Hunter showed up?
And the second time,
Mm.
and the third
Honestly,
time when we broke into his house. Well,
what did. I thought you said he wasn't at his house then. What did she want you to
he
do?
wasn't.
Did she want you to like ambush or something? Well, it's. I guess the cat can be right about more things, but I don't think that that would have gone well for you
And why is that?
because if you kill Hunter, then Hunter can't be interrogated, and that leaves you having killed um the tavern clerk. Uh,
Hunter doesn't work there anymore.
yeah, but at the time he would have when he first went to your house, and the second time he went to your house. And it's not like quitting makes people, not remember him. So I know you said you don't want to run away, but would you like to get the location of the place where I hid Theo?
No,
Okay.
I'm not going to be running away from my issues anymore.
You'll
I'm
face
more than
them.
capable with fate's magic and my own ability to take on whatever it is that might come my way.
Okay.
Because I hope I am.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. I do still think you should grab Nova's office though.
No, I'll make a point to set that up.
Yeah. Because I
I
do I
just
I do think that's going to be the best outcome for facing Hunter.
I just
I mean, because even if you could, I mean, you could take him. It's just a question of whether he's somebody who could just axe down a butler like that is going to be going for the backstab. And I mean, if you think Hunter had something to do with the void and facing the shulkers and things, like there are powers at play here that we don't know everything about.
I just don't think the next time I see Hunter, the use of non-lethal magic is going to be the best bet for myself. I mean, I have to get lucky with being able to teleport Hunter away.
So I
Who's to
said,
say I miss?
so I said to Nova if Hunter approaches, but who's to say that Hunter wasn't approaching you when you came up on Hunter from behind?
I don't even know where Hunter is.
Yeah, there is that problem.
I mean, I could, I guess, go check Hunter's house again.
So, you know, I read a lot about magic.
I would assume so.
I've seen that your magic has a form wherein a magical sigil is placed on the ground and stepping on it activates the spell on the person who steps on it. So
That is something I could do.
maybe you could go to Hunter's house. I know the temptation would be to use an attack spell, but I think that you are going to have things are going to go better for you if people are able to question Hunter. Now, the sigil does have the slight problem that you aren't going to know if Hunter triggers it. So it'll be harder to, let Nova know that Hunter was coming at you and you sent Hunter to her office. But I think you could work out an explanation. For example, magically including a component that isn't possible with Ars Nouveau to make a signal that it's been triggered.
I would have to set up the teleportation first.
Yeah. Oh,
Hmm.
you do have a form of the teleportation that doesn't just make a portal that anybody can walk through after, right? I can't remember if you had gotten that updated.
Well, I did learn a way to... That's why I said, like, I only get one opportunity to teleport Hunter.
Yeah.
It's both a ranged spell as it is...
Oh, something else I wanted to mention. You also, the reading suggests that you can change the color of your magic. And that if you turn it seemed to be controlled by a variety of color settings. If you turn them almost all the way down, the magic becomes nearly invisible.
Hmm.
In case Dayglow Pink isn't quite your style.
I was pretty indifferent about it, I suppose.
Yeah, that's pretty subtle. Because the projectiles are more visible with your magic, or at least have been. Actually, I think I once told you in a stream about changing that for your lights, so you would stop being blinded by them when you were mining. That your very first stream.
Oh yeah, my RGB lights.
Yeah. Eee.
I just... Yeah.
Sorry, I thought a lantern was a goose.
I suppose I can get on to working on this portal. I'll just need to make another scroll for it.
Mm. Do you have the materials for that, or do you need to go shopping?
I should be able to make it with the materials I have in my home.
Okay.
I just need to find where it is.
Oh my gosh.
I think I've
What
made
if
so many of
Endermen
them
are
and I don't
Fae
remember
and
how
we
to
use
make
Ender
them.
Pearls? The Fae Queen will get mad at you. It's not a thing.
Okay, blaze powder and a pearl.
Mm.
Yeah, that's easy.
Actually, do you mind showing me how you do that? I've only read about this magic.
Sure, I could show you. I made a couple now because, well, there have been a couple folks that I don't want to say deemed worthy, but I would rather them be safe and have access to teleportation
Mm.
if they can use it. First we're gonna need some material.
Oh, I'm lost. Let's go this way. Nope, that wasn't. That is quite the attic. I am so sorry. I lost track of you.
Oh, I'm all the way upstairs.
Oh. Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay, we are going to need some source gems, some lapis, a parchment. I'm gonna make parchment again. I don't think I have any sitting around. Come on. Ooh. Shift click. There we go. I need paper and mage bloom fibers, which I'm pretty sure I have plenty of. Okay, where is my paper? Are you serious?
I have some on me. I'm actually not sure why I've been carrying it around, but if you'd like,
Actually, I have plenty of paper on me right now.
oh, okay. Sorry.
No, that's good. I have like so many pieces of paper in my inventory. Okay,
And you don't know why you have the paper either. Oh wait, probably for letters. If only there was an easy way to write letters.
Okay. Human chamber. Okay. Follow me, we're gonna do this whole thing.
Yes.
Oh, wait. I almost forgot. I need my blaze powder, and I have Eyes of Ender downstairs.
You have quite the magical laboratory. You really are serious about continuing your studies, aren't you?
What was that?
I said you're really serious about continuing your studies, because you've got quite a magical laboratory still.
Well, just because Nimbus Keep isn't around doesn't mean I can't be an educated mage.
Yeah. Oh, it's good. It's good also to find out, like, what style fits you.
Okay. So first things first, we need more of these source gems because I don't have enough. So if we pop one of these and
The imbuement chamber, right? You said?
why is this not working? Oh, I know. This is the wrong spot. I need to do this upstairs. And while I'm here, I need to grab some of this. I forgot. The imbuement chamber is outside because it needs...
Yeah.
Ow.
Oh.
Alright, pop one of these in here. And it's going to pull some of the magical essence from the surrounding plants. Ooh. And make these nifty little gems.
It looks like the magic is coming from the jar. It's the same as these jars that aren't by the sharp plants.
Absolutely. These jars gather the magical essence from the plants nearby. It's to stockpile them.
But I was just thinking, you maybe don't need that chamber to be by the spiky plants. You can maybe put it by the not spiky plants, because it's just coming from the jars.
You're probably right. But this is just what we're working with right now.
Okay.
Grab some of these. Right,
Remember when we could use? Remember when the little Fae squirrels would harvest those plants. Wait, you might be too young for that.
I've only read about that. I'm not entirely sure.
It must have been so convenient.
Yeah. Okay. Now we're going to put together a... I forgot what it's called. We're making parchment.
Okay.
So with Mage Bloom Fiber and a McDonald's application, we can make a blank parchment. Just like this. And then with this parchment, we're going to infuse it with our source gems and some lapis to make a warp scroll. Now this scroll can teleport, but it can't do it more than once.
Hmm.
It's a singular teleportation, which is why we put it in here. I guess I gotta put the items down first. We put it in here along with a couple other materials. Hold on, am I doing this wrong? I must be missing a random thing. Oh, it's one too many of these. You pop this in here.
It's so pretty.
And just like that, we have a warp scroll that you can use more than once.
Nice. That's
All
like
I
the one
need
you
to
use.
do is... Yeah,
Oh, wait,
exactly.
we went to Carnella's.
Yep.
Your wall is grunting, by the way.
Oh, don't worry about that. It's
Okay.
the acoustics of the building.
Hmm.
I just need to figure out where I want this to be teleported to. And then the rest is history, I guess. If I run into Hunter, I'll just teleport him without any questions asked.
So, Joshua, who plays Theo, has been doing a ton of building, and he made this amazing space here. And just wanted you all to appreciate his work.
I'm taking in the sights.
Yep. Little fishing setup.
This is a nice commission. Sorry, I got that dog in me.
It really is. You know, I just accepted that as Minecraft dogs and totally forgot that that's not a thing that they do.
That's the big sexy werewolf inside of me fighting for dominance.
Inside of you, there are two creatures. One is big sexy werewolf, one is wet cat.
Honestly, that is the most daring.
What determines what they win is which emotion in your emotion wheel you choose.
Is he angry? Is he big sexy werewolf? Or is he wet cat? Is he sad?
Hmm.
Okay. That's the wrong way.
I don't think we have anything currently secured in here.
I hope not.
Oh. Wow. I made to change
What?
my teleport location for this one, actually.
What do you mean?
Because I may be teleporting things into the floor with the rebuild.
That definitely isn't a good idea.
Yep, and I have no way of testing it other than hitting something with it, so we'll just, hope.
Where would be a good place for this? Oh, maybe in here.
Hmm?
To teleport Hunter.
Wouldn't it make more sense to have it be closer to Nova's office in case you don't get a chance to tell her for whatever reason, so that, you know, she can hear Hunter being like, "Hey, how'd I get in here?" This does look like
I guess so.
an interrogation space, but yeah, we don't want Hunter just.
Well,
Yeah, you do want Hunter in a definitely want Hunter in a cell.
definitely not this. This seems like a holding cell as opposed to an actual cell.
Mm.
Mm,
No, I guess your first choice was good. It's just if
well,
it's
this
an
is
actual
a real
cell, does that
cell
mean
up
that they?
here.
Oh,
These are real cells up top.
ah. I mean, wouldn't a holding cell work just as well, since that's kind of the goal? You know.
No, because the holding cell can have other people in it.
Oh,
That could be anybody. That could
actually,
be somebody for flying their broomstick too close to
true. I mean,
restricted area.
getting them locked in with an angry vampire isn't going to be wise. Oh,
Precisely my point.
so yeah, this would be good because this also is farther away.
Okay. Make sure it's closed. And then I'll
Then,
just need to rename this so I know what it is.
mm,
Okay.
I really want to put a whole bunch of anvils in the library. We should ask Carl to take care of that sometime.
I don't think it would make much sense to have anvils in the library. They're rather noisy. This is supposed to be a quiet place.
True, but since we don't have other ways of renaming things in this world of ours, no, I don't. There's a variety of magic that would let me rename things, but it's not available here. Yep. Sad.
Hmm. It's fine. I don't mind having to
I mean,
pilot back and forth to have access to an anvil.
okay. I mean, I do have one in my office.
It's alright. I'll just use the one that's outside. Ugh.
Mm.
Are you serious?
Let's try that again.
Did you make the rain go away?
Yeah. It's actually a surprisingly trivial magic. You change your clothes?
Well, I didn't want my shirt to get wet, so I took it off.
Ah, okay.
At least not the top layer. It,
Yeah.
it's complicated. It doesn't dry very well.
It looked like silk, and that spot's like crazy with water. You must have an amazing laundry service that looks so nice. Oh no.
What?
Did your butler handle laundry?
Great. Where is that anvil? There used to be one around here. Oh, there it is. Sorry, pal.
Isn't this the one who was under investigation for illicit illegal goods? Yeah.
Looks like it.
Huh.
But that's not for me to be worried about. Oh boy, I would have had all these levels if I didn't get slash killed earlier today. Oh man, if only I could just throw some bottles of enchanting down and have enough XP. Whoopee! Anyways.
I love the implication here that there's just like molten lava flowing out of this person's like workspace. Yeah, I'm talking about you.
Um,
You know, most of the people in town are nice, but this guy creeps me out a little.
okay,
I totally said that right to his face.
here we go. It's all set.
Mm.
I'll just have to remember to use it
Mm.
and not, you know, accidentally take matters into my own hands.
Mm.
I don't want anybody else to get hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, what if it was
Somebody who didn't have magic to protect themselves. Or not a lot.
Mia?
Yeah. Well, okay, she probably just turned him into gold.
It's not about her just probably doing something. It's the fact that
She could be hurt.
anybody that is friends with me is now in danger because Hunter just decided that they're going to just kill people now.
Mm.
He didn't even know the Mandrake. That could have been anybody who was just passing by my house at the wrong time.
Don't worry, citizens. We're discussing witch matters. You don't need to worry. Can we talk about this at one of our houses? Mine's closest, I think, if you'd like to come over.
Fine.
Sorry, just...
These are humans. It doesn't concern them.
Yes, but, we don't need a public panic. So, even if you can win... Well, even though you can win a battle against Hunter, we can't have armed conflict, especially of that level, in Galarin at this time. Like, speaking as a member of government, we cannot have, like, battle royales going on. The fact that your butler was killed is already going to be enough of a problem, but, you know, if we're able to catch the perpetrator, you know, and lock them up and have a trial and things, that should be okay.
Who said it would happen inside of Galarin?
I mean, if it doesn't happen inside of Galarin, then there's no jurisdiction and nobody, and, yeah, then it doesn't matter, but just since you can't control things, it, oh, learned something about my display case there. Yeah, I mean, there'll be less concern if it happens outside of Galarin, but it would need to be significantly outside of Galarin, and would also need to... The fact that you're a Galarian witch could actually leave residue that could cause problems. So if you can, if you can avoid getting into a fight with Hunter, that would be very much appreciated.
I mean, most of the time, if not every single time, it's Hunter that picks the fight with me.
Yeah, and that's why I'd like him to be locked away.
I don't know if locking him away is enough for me anymore.
Well, if he's locked away, then experts can investigate why he's got the powers that he has and maybe cancel them or counteract them. If you just get
I
in a
don't
fight
want
with
to
him,
help Hunter.
no, but you see, you get into a fight, you kill him, or you think you kill him. And if it turns out you're wrong and he's got something that makes death not permanent, then he's coming back. And we have the fact that, you know, a witch and a vampire got into it in Galeran, or outside Galeran. You know, that a Galeran witch got into some sort of large magical conflict. Like, we have all of the problems, and we possibly don't even have the solution that that those problems was supposed to bring forth.
It can't be this complicated.
Yeah,
It shouldn't be this complicated.
people shouldn't be murdering people on doorsteps. Yes. And believe me, I know. Deeply know what it is to have a powerful enemy that you can't go after for the good of society. And I know it's worse for you because your enemy at least is in this world. Probably.
I just... Maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe once I've taken my trip, things will be a little bit easier for me to deal with and process, and then I'll be able to solve any of these issues that are ailing me. Maybe then I won't feel so bad about just sending Hunter away as opposed to dealing with him more personally.
I also feel that you're assuming Hunter's alone.
Hunter's definitely not alone.
And that's part of what the interrogation, well, having him locked up and able to ask questions would be about. The sort of magic that lets you ask a dead person questions is verboten.
So,
For good reason.
why?
Because
Who's to care if it's forbidden magic if it's been used on somebody who isn't worth the air that they breathe?
it's not the person that it's being used on that's the problem. It's what it does to the practitioner. Part of why Jezebel ended up how she ended up was that she used that magic. That's why Cloud is such a twisted form of a witch. I mean, he used to be powerful like us, but normal, and now now he can be a danger just by existing. And it's all because Jezebel used the necromantic magics. So if we want to ask questions, we need Hunter alive. And we need to ask Hunter questions. And we need somebody who can run the truth spells to ask Hunter questions, which all comes back to if you put Hunter into Nova's office, you have the best chance of keeping yourself, well, more importantly to you, keeping everyone you care about safe.
But what do I do about the other one?
Well, you said that spell can be, you said the scroll can be used over and over.
What if Nova is not... Well, I guess I wouldn't... No, I know Nova's name. But what if Nova is not prepared to take on 2 dangerous criminals at the same time?
Oh shoot, I just realized
Who's
you've
to
been...
say that them being paired together is even worse? Because when Salem talked about the murder that took place at
Hey
my
guys,
house,
so this
she
whole
mentioned that
conversation
there
was
were
talking
2
about
people
Andromeda
there.
Flame, not Nova. My bad.
So wait, no you don't. Yes I do. I do know because hey ho, Calypso told me.
No, we actually just messed that up the whole time.
There's just no way.
That was my bad because I think I started that on this sequence. I'm so sorry.
No, I've always pretended like I didn't know until I met Calypso and Calypso told me.
Okay. I've been trying.
You don't know that's Nova? That's not true. I gotta pull up the VOD.
Hold on.
I'll pull up the VOD.
It's more
Darian absolutely knows.
It's more that it's completely out of character for Magistra to have been saying Nova instead of Andromeda Flame this whole time. And that was just me having been
for
so
you
long.
it makes 0 sense.
Yeah,
You should be saying the other thing.
Yeah, no,
But
I've just
Darian
been
would
like
absolutely know.
seriously messing lore up. Sorry. You guys gotta get me in on lore more often, or I get bad at it. I'm sorry. No.
Calypso out here ruining Nova's whole undercover identity.
Yeah, no.
Calypso's just a big birdie. They like shiny thing. Don't be me. Calypso likes shiny thing and Willa. Willowa.
Wish more wood. You guys are out here all angsty. I gave Calypso flowers and instructions on how to plant them.
Flower.
Yeah, but did you give instructions for how to plant them so that they grow healthily in her woods?
No,
Yeah,
she plucked it out of my garden and took it home.
The shiny.
I gave her permission to pick something out, and she plucked out one of the nicer looking ones.
Nice.
And now she has it hung up in her house.
I think she gave you some golems in return, actually.
She did. They're dead now.
Oh, wait. Oh.
They were
Parachute
also,
Hunter!
They were also murdered.
How many will fall to your bloodbath?
But golems don't have the same protections that living beings do.
Yeah.
They are autonomous and they are magic. They are not the same.
You know, I once in a different... Oh, sorry, I'm getting distracted. Sorry. I once went on a trial for using starbunkles and was like, they are magical constructs.
They are definitely not magical constructs.
No, I mean, in this world, they're fey and, like, it's a whole thing. But, yeah, it was,
I mean, to be fair, to get a Starbuncle token, you need to get a real Starbuncle and have it, like, be chill with you.
Exactly. And anyway, that was the whole point of the argument. I was found not guilty because the judge knew Ars Nouveau.
That's crazy. If I was that judge, you would have been so guilty.
Yeah, the prosecutor really wanted that, but kind of forgot to have a point.
Ay caramba.
That was before I got possessed by the evil dimension and started putting red eyeballs around and everything.
Lovely. We love red eyeballs on things.
Yeah. Anyway, I've been kicked out of that server because I teleported to the wrong place. So it's all good. Anyway, back to lore.
I just,
I mean, just think this whole time, Jurgens has been able to watch the streams.
I
That
don't know
has
what you're talking
become
about.
so much less of a thing this season than previously.
I don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't here for the first seasons.
Yeah. Well, it's like now you
I'm
have.
a,
It's a whole thing. Anyway,
I'm a season 3 character. I don't know anything about season 1 or 2.
exactly. Life's hard when you're a big sexy werewolf. Don't know what's going on.
I have big sexy werewolf things to worry about.
Oh no! The cat is wet now.
Oh, that doesn't burn the bucket.
I don't,
I
I
want
don't know
that.
why I have a water bucket. Like, I genuinely have no idea.
I always have a water bucket on me. And a lava bucket.
Useful, useful.
You never know when you're gonna need to burn something that doesn't need to be found.
Yeah, there we go. Here's my lava bucket.
Well, if Theo does decide to come by at any point, do understand that whatever me and him discussed, act like we didn't talk about it.
Okay.
He was already rather upset when we recounted on his injury and how it was sustained. And I probably didn't say the nicest things about it, but it's neither here nor there. And then all the things about Salem, too. I didn't tell him that I knew about their little mini deal beforehand.
So, Theo doesn't know that you know anything about a possible deal with Salem.
All Theo knows is that I told him he shouldn't be making deals with her.
I see. Hmm.
Well, I don't know if there really is much more for me to discuss. I need to continue prepping before I leave.
Okay. Do you know about when you're, well, no, it's fine. If you can, I guess just let me know when obviously Salem doesn't really need to be fed, but it's a chance for me to investigate her a little bit without her being as suspicious as if I just came over to your house and started questioning her when you were there.
I don't know where she is most of the time.
Fair.
You are always free to linger around my home if you catch her in passing, but I can't provide you any information about her whereabouts or what she gets up to. You just have to get lucky.
Yep, true enough. Well, have a good one. Good luck with your preparations.
Thank you. I'm already rather stocked up. I just want to check on a couple things before anything gets finalized.
Okay. Have a good one. Bye.
Yeah.
Yee. Whisper word. Whisper word lore. I didn't realize these curtains don't need to be open to go through. Huh. Well, that was fun. I'm going to call it here because I'm going to go over and watch Fro's stream now, I think. Because there is every chance that Fate will have a conversation with him. And we will learn more. Or maybe not, because honestly, a lot of the people who are involved in the A plot of the lore and such are not available today. So, Whisper Woods Wednesday! Bye! Thank you for coming!